Hi all, welcome back to more Europa Universalis. This is the ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This is my part 44. So same day as I recorded part 43. We'll try and see if I can squeeze maybe another two parts in. Depends on how I feel. I'm sort of 50-50. Regarding feeling like a cold and the head cold and whatever, but I'm not sure it's fully coming to anything major, so which is good because I was kind of frustrated feeling that way again. Anyway, right, let's push on. Let's try and speed things a little bit, Grant. So before I hit record there, it's my turn, and I wondered what I was going to do. Got a Royal Marriage, got a Subjugate card. We could just subjugate up here. But then I thought, why not maybe try and... The thing with that is this needs to be, if I'm going to do this, it needs to be a realm in the HRE. This is not a realm in the HRE. Then I thought about this. This is not a realm in the HRE as well. There's the border of it there. So I decided I might try in here. I mean, unfortunately there's a claim. I put a claim in here, which is kind of a bit wasteful as well, isn't it? Then I thought about trying to put an alliance in the Royal Marriage in here. Saying that Austria have this one influence in there. I was working out I'm going to need more influence in them. There's no point looking at this one because this is full up influence. This has got this diverse faith, and they're all smaller realms in there. Well, that's a 2 realm, I suppose. And Westphalia is all single realms as well. Not that maybe that's that bad a thing, but I don't know. I just feel like taking. Well, what is this? Is this called Saxony maybe? Because it's got 3 in it. Dresden. Yeah, it is. That's Saxony. So I'd get 3 of them out of it. That's the thing. I do feel like that claim might be wasteful now being in there, so I wish I'd put that somewhere else. But however, okay. Well, first, what's the first thing to do then? Forge alliance or is the Royal Marriage better to go in there? No, I need to have an influence on there to start with. So I think I'm going to forge an alliance with Saxony. Yeah, let's try that. Excuse me. So forge alliance requires 1 to 3 diplomatic power. We've got to pay equal to half the target's NPR base tax, but a maximum of 3. So their base tax is 3, half is 1.5, so that rounds up to 2. So I've got to pay 2 diplomatic power for this, I think. So I've got 5. Look at what, because I do want to trade. So that's 2 of them away. And then I get an alliance token. Marriage alliance token. I'll keep that marriage one out actually, because and this is going to go take an available alliance from your supply and place it on the target's capital. So it's going to be in Dresden there. And along with 1 influence in the capital area if there's space. Well, this is the capital area, so there is space. There was only 2 cubes there. Now, I think I probably want to have at least 2 more cubes in there come the time. I thought I needed to have 4, because I need base tax, but he's got 1 in there already, so I need 4 influence. However, if I've got their own marriage in there, that reduces it to 3. So I think I need to add another 2 influence in there as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Alliance in there, we put an influence in there, and that's my turn. Yeah, I suppose that territorial ambitions could work in there as well. There is one other realm in here, on top of Saxony, this one here, Nuremberg. I mean, we could just declare war on that, but we want to do this alliance bit first. And the other thing was, I thought, if we've got an alliance in there, it's adjacent to here and here. Mind you, it's not adjacent to Wielkopolska, is it? So, because I thought about maybe attacking in there, but anyway, right. Well, we can work it out. Right, moving on. That's my turn. So it's back to Austria, and they're just going to draw a card, aren't they? What was it? I done the last time. Done some diplomacy, and Denmark done some. Well, not unrest. Move the core token. Yeah, so Austria going to draw a card. Oops. And they get unrest as well. Now they do have some unrest though. I'm just skipping ahead here, just checking. Yeah, so unrest or focus on expansion. Well, they've got 2 unrest up there and 1 there, so they're clearly going to remove some of that unrest, aren't they? Right, hang on, what are they doing, paying for that though? 1 bot power, and they're going to flip a administrative card, or discard an administrative card. It's a man of the church, right? Is this the one that affects the papal curia, maybe? An area where you own all provinces, change rather than add 2 influence in any area matching your state religion, or if your state religion is Catholic / counter reform, gain 1 cardinal. Ah, yes it is. Okay, so that's a way of us, I tell you what, because there's no cardinals up there, is there? And it's quite good to have that up there. This is in this card pile, Grant. Okay, so unrest. Does it own any provinces with unrest? Yes, it does. Remove unrest from 2 provinces owned by the bot. Prefer capital, then large, and then end the turn. Well, they've got 3. None of them which are capitals or large. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it came to it. In fact, isn't it not? Regensburg. There's two provinces in there from the same realm. Oh, München's the capital, right? But oops, that was a fancy wee flip. That. Let's just say just now. These were the other way about. Now München here is the capital of whatever that is. Thing is, I don't think that counts anymore, does it? I mean, we don't have the core in there though, but so hang on, let me get the right. Bavaria. So that is actually Bavaria now. The 3, and München's the capital of Bavaria. So right now, when that said remove 2 provinces, prefer capital then large, would this be a preference over the other 2 that are up top? Because this is a capital. I'm just going to leave that one in there. I don't think it does, because we're talking Austria here, and this is not the capital of Austria. So don't think it does, but just thought I'd put it in there. Somebody might want to answer it for me. However, that's not the case. These 3, none of these are underlined, are they? So we're just going alphabetically. So this one's R. We've got an R, an S, and a V. So we're going to get Regensburg. Oh, and then the spin round. And Schleswig. There we go. So that's that, and that's their turnover. Okay, back to Denmark. Nothing changed with them. They're going to draw a card. Yeah. Yeah. So we got another unrest action with a spy. They're not at war. It's going to cost them 2 bolt power. So let's get the bolt power across. Now they'll not be able to do the unrest action this time then, surely. Because they moved that core token the last time. Oh well, they've not had an unrest. And they moved the core token from Jutland up to here. So this one's in a 2, this one's in a 3. Yeah, the only other place they've got is one with a 2. So they're not going to move a core token. So no unrest, no core tokens that can be placed, and no core tokens that can be moved. So they're going to perform the second action, which was spy. Ooh, I hope that doesn't target me. Right, how? Okay, so spy action. At war with any opponent? No. At war with NPR? No. Select opponent. So it's still selecting an opponent. I'm sure it's still going to be Austria then, isn't it? Because they've got the highest amount of prestige and the highest amount. Highest prestige is a die roll of 1 to 3, and a 4 to 6 is highest tax income. So they're winning both their races, aren't they? 15, 21. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So we don't need a roll dice. It is going to be Austria. So covert action, add 2 unrest to opponents' towns and then end turns. Austria have just lost 2 unrest. Now they're going to get back again. And this is, of course, this is Denmark targeting them this time. So they will pick their largest towns. So they've got 1, 2, 3 large towns here. Again, like I said, it doesn't. There's nowhere I read that it prefers the capital. And saying that, that unrest action did want to preference removing from the capital, didn't it? Yeah. So you would think that the capital would be one that Denmark wanted to pick, but it only gives you tax income, and these are all 2, and then alphabetically. So I'm going to stick with what it says in the rules there, but unless I've missed it somewhere, it's maybe not a huge big deal. So we're going to pick the A2, and that's going to be it. End of turn. So nice and quick. So back to myself. Right. So what was next part of this? Is it doing the royal marriage first, or do we need to be influenced then? No, I think we can do the royal marriage. I'm just going to get through all my diplomatic power here. I can see me changing national focus into diplomatic power, I think. Now, I've got an exceptional year to remove unrest, but we're not in unrest with anything. That's why maybe just don't want to play that. I might end up with some unrest later in the round. Oh, actually, I've just realised what I should definitely be doing. I should definitely be playing the royal marriage first, because then I'm going to complete this, and the effect is gain 2 influence in an HRE area adjacent to your realm. And I'm just going to put them back in there, because I need the influence in there. It's exactly the amount of influence I need, so it all works. All goes to plan, right? So we are going to pay. I'm going to pay 1 diplomatic power to play the royal marriage card. So we're playing this, and we're going to place a royal marriage. Which I brought one out, didn't I? On the capital of an NPR or one of your vassals. So I'm placing that in here. I think it has to go in the capital anyway, so it's difficult to fill these things in this wee areas. So it's going in there, and then what it says is the royal marriage counts as 1 influence which cannot be discarded. So although that means that we've now got 2 influence there and there's 3 total in the area, it doesn't count towards. You can still add 3 more influence cubes. And then it says it requires 1 influence in one of the target realms areas. So we've got that. We've put that in there, and that's job done there. However, so that card's discarded. However, then that triggers the completion of this mission. So it says have a royal marriage and an alliance with a realm in the HRE. Boom, boom. This is in the HRE. So effect, gain 2 influence in an HRE area adjacent to your realm. Well, that's adjacent to Burgundy, so that's exactly where we want to put it, because then we can now subjugate. So I'm going to put the 2 influence in Saxony. Now that claim's still there, but to be honest, there's nothing to say that the claim should go away. Actually, the claim might be able to stay there. And then, well, I said I wanted to attack Nuremberg, so I'm hoping that hopefully that claim can just sit there and cover that come the time. Right, so this is completed now. I want to put this away this time, so I'm going to look out 2C, 2G, 2H, and 2I, and I'm going to put them in the cards, the mission cards that are in my hand, although we can have a quick look at them. Well, that's assuming I might have some of these already. Okay, so these are the 3 that are in my hand already, and this is the one we've just completed. So 2C, 2G, 2H, and 2I, you can see that 2I is here. So we've got 2I, so I still need to hunt out 2C, 2G, and 2H. 2C, 2H, right, I'm not seeing a 2G here. So I've either had that one already, or it's maybe not applicable to this. Yeah, it's not. It mustn't be here. So I've got 2C. So this has gone away. And then these are the 2 new ones I'm going to get. 2C and 2H. I can't see 2G in the pile of cards that I've got here. So my guess is that that is another one that... what did I say it was? 2G. I suppose I could just have a quick look just to make sure. 2G. Yeah, 2G is not listed there as in the Brandenburg sort of scenario set up for a mission. Okay, so these 2, but these all go in my hand, and although I've only got 1 mission left in play right now. Oops, I'm there. Yeah, as long as, even though I've only got 1 mission left, I can't replenish that until the part of the opposite part phase 1. So what we've got: thriving towns, own and have large. Own and have large town on 2+ of your core provinces that were small at the start of the game. See, that's starting to make me feel that, because I've got that right now, but I've already said that this territorial, no, it's nothing to do with territorial ambition. Well, it is. That says own and have large town on 2+ of your core provinces that were small at the start of the game. I mean, I've got that. I get the feeling, if I hadn't read that, I would have said, right, okay, once I've got that mission in play, I've got that. Can I just achieve it? But it was kind of saying that I had to do it. Another one's have an alliance or a marriage with 3+ realms, at least 2 of which you did not have at the start of the game. Well, I don't think you have any at the start of the game as Brandenburg, so... See, my guess is, let's just say you had 2 alliances, and then you brought that mission into play, and then they would only then need to gain 1 more alliance or royal marriage to complete it. But whereas if you had 3 alliances, then you brought this mission into the game, that's kind of me thinking that you wouldn't get it. But the way this one's worded seems to make me want to think that it might work, it might trigger. Own and have 2 large towns on 2+ of your core provinces that were small at the start of the game. Yeah, I still feel like maybe I might try and go and ask this question then. Although it does seem to be written quite clear in the rules that if I had this mission, if I was able to start this mission right now, you can see I've got 2 large towns that were small at the beginning of the game. But the way the rules are written, because I had this before I started the mission, it doesn't count. Which is, well... So once I build another large town, does that then I've got 3, does that then trigger it? Well, okay, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not getting access to these until the next round anyway, so I was just showing you what, these are the new ones that I had. So I'll set these aside, and now we've only got this territorial ambitions in play, as a mission. I mean, we have succeeded at doing this, but... well, I'm hoping that going into Saxony, we can take the 3 towns and then hopefully attack Nuremberg and then maybe be able to get this. Okay, so is that my turn? That's my turn, I think. I think so. Yeah, played the Royal Marriage card. And then gained the 2 influence from that mission. We forgot about points. We get points for that, Grant. Actually, did I gain the points for the King in Prussia? I might not have done. I know I gained the +1 manpower in the claim. I'm not sure if I did, to be honest. I definitely didn't gain this anyway, so I get 2 prestige for that. I'm going to have to look back on that, make sure I'm gaining my point, because I have completed 4 missions now, which is a total of 9 prestige, and I'm sitting at 4. Well, I'm going to add the 2 on for that one, so that's 6. And oddly enough, the King of Prussia would have been worth 3. That would actually put me to 9. However, I have lost some points along the way. I'll leave it for now. I'll try and maybe look into seeing if I did get the points for that King in Prussia. I might try and look back on that. Or if anybody spots that I didn't, then let me know and I can give myself a little boost. Right, yeah, remember your prestige, Grant. That's the whole point of this game. That's the only way to win. Well, not the only way to win it, but probably the more likely way of me having a chance of winning it. The fact that Austria are in 25 points right now. Okay, moving on. Grant, please. Austria. Bot. It's got 6 bot power left. Only 4 spent, so it's going to draw a card again. I believe there's no... Their army is on the map, but it can't siege in the area it's in, so that's the only sort of thing that maybe I'll look at. So, and it's got bot cards left, so it's going to draw another bot card. Right, convert, focus on expansion, so this is going to cost 1 bot power. So now it's down 5 available and 5 spent. Convert, I don't think it's going to do anything, is it? No. Convert any areas where religious descent. Well, there's not, as of yet. I think some of the events and that should bring some of that in this time, but because we're in the second age. This area here is in religious descent, but yeah. I still don't think that applies anyway. Because it's not going to its times in there. So so it's going to that's a no. So perform second action. So it's focus on expansion. So focus any cubes in any focus areas already. Who is this? Austria, yeah. They do not. Oh, actually, Austria or Denmark do not have any. Oh, that's a lie. It's hiding behind this army. So Denmark do have 1 in economic. So Any cubes in focus area already? No, for Austria. So place the spent bot power in the focus area named on the card, which was expansion. So actual fact they've now not got 4 spent, and that's going in there. And then put aside the bot card, not shuffle the sage, and end the turn. So just to show you I'm doing that, we set aside this card, won't get shuffled back in this age, and that's the end of the turn. Right, back to Denmark. They've got 5 bot power left, and 3 spent. So they're still going to draw a card. Their army's not on the map. Is that right? That's fine. Yeah, so they're going to draw a card. And we get diplomacy. They're not at war, so, or it would be military. It's going to cost them 3 bot power. Okay, so now they've got 6 spent and only 2 left. I'm going to do the diplomacy action, so let me just focus on the map and I'll go through it. So this is Denmark. Right, do they have any alliances or royal marriages? No. They've done away with all of them. Do they have any alliances? No. This double scanning over there just to make sure. Not that I can see. So no. 2+ influence and no alliance in any NPR adjacent to bot. Well, it does bring you from. I've just already said there's no alliances, but it brings you in from another box as well. So do they have 2+ influence and no? Well, we know they've no alliance. Do they have 2+ influence in any NPR adjacent to the bot? Actually, I can't see an influence cube at all there. They've not got any. There's no red cubes on the map. No, there's not. Of course, when they took up over that, it all disappears, eh? So, that's a no then. No. So, do they have an alliance in any NPR with less than 2 influence? Well, no, because they've not got any alliances. So they're going to go to the diplomatic chart and they're going to roll for a target here. So that is in scenario book, isn't it? This is Denmark. So they're wanting a diplomatic target here. Right, so diplomatic target and chart. Right, I think I'll just, again, keep things moving. Just going to roll this off camera so we can just look at the chart and then see what the results are. Right, I'm not going to mess with the die rolls. Okay, roll the 4. Right, so 4 is a realm in Jutland. Well, they've just lost Jutland now. What is it we're trying to do here again? I'm just looking at a diplomatic chart. So, realm and Jutland. Well, this can be done, can't it? So it was just realm and Jutland. Okay. So what is it they're going to do then? They're going to place an alliance on it. Right, hang on though. There's not a realm in Jutland that's an NPR. Does that matter, though? Does that matter? No, maybe not. So it would take us to here. Alliance on target NPR. No. That brings you up to here. Any free spaces in targets areas. Well, yes. Add 2 influence. There's a wee 3 there. And targets areas. Prefer targets capital. Right, hang on. So we've still got to decide. Well, hang on. No, the realm that's in Jutland is Austria. Yeah. Okay. Right. Hang on. I feel like this is not right, but it seems to be. We rolled the dice. We want to pick a realm in Jutland, right? And the only realm in Jutland is Austria. There's not another option. They've taken ownership of Jutland. So then the next box is there an alliance on a target NPR? Does this have to result in an NPR, this diplomatic target shot roll? I mean, maybe. Well, there's nothing to. There's nothing to sort of say that. Okay, here we go. Well, this is where I looked a bit further because I was going to start concluding that, yeah, this is fine. Invalid diplomatic targets. This is in the Soul Rules, page 6. Target is an opponent. So that's an invalid target. It cannot diplomatically target its opponent. And Austria is an opponent of Denmark. So, and also you need to just look at these targets at war with the bot. Targets DMPR with 10 plus base tax. All of target provinces are already owned by other realms. Right, okay. So we need another target. Right, so from a realm in Jutland, I'm going to roll dice again. Roll the 5. Which is 4, 5, 6 there. So that's going to go to Sweden. Now, Denmark owns Sweden, so that's not any good. So roll... well, I'm saying it's not any good. All of target's provinces are already owned by other realms. Am I being silly there again? I mean, can it target Sweden diplomatically? Surely not, Grant. Let me go back to the diplomatic chart. I mean, it can't place an alliance on that, for instance. I don't think that's a valid target either, is it? I mean, that invalid says all of target's provinces are already owned by other realms. I mean, and Sweden is already owned by Denmark. So I think that covers that one. Right, hopefully. I don't think that's a valid target. Because, I mean, what would they... I mean, diplomatic, the way they're trying to, like, put influence, or trying to gain alliances, royal marriages. Which, none of these things make sense, do they? In an area where they... Yeah, no, Grant, I'm moving on. That's clearly an invalid target. Well, that's what I'm going with. Right, so from Sweden, we're rolling again. 4. 3, 4. So Brandenburg / Prussia. Why has it got Brandenburg / Prussia? Do you pick Brandenburg first, or let's go back to the target in here. So realms. Well, no, that's actual Yeah, that's realms. So there are 3 types of targets in the charts. Realms, e.g. Venice, and it's got the wee forward arrow, e.g. Venice or Bohemia. But we've got Brandenburg / Prussia. Why? Prefer valid realms to the capital, then select... Right, well, actually, it's going to be easy enough to work that one out anyway, isn't it? Because Brandenburg is going to be an opponent as well. And Prussia, well, we've got 2 vassals in there. Oh, dear. Target is an opponent. I mean... the fact that they're only vassals, does that mean something? I want to say that it's still our area. No, this is where I'm not really that sure. On page 33, 11.4, vassals. Vassals are subordinate realms. Vassals of player realms pay vassal tax to their overlord and add to their overlord's manpower, as indicated by the vassal tract. Okay, I understand that. It is possible to vassalize an NPR via peace resolution or diplomatic subjugation. Yeah, which is what we did in Prussia. A vassal can only have marriage ties with their overlord and no other player realms. Vassals do not count as part of their overlord's realm, nor are they considered to be NPRs. As such, vassal realms are a separate category of realm. Vassal provinces with different flags count as separate vassals. So it says they do not count as part of the overlord's realm, so... Yeah, all target's provinces are already owned by other realms. No, and target is an opponent. Well, I don't know. Is it still not? Even though that they're not part of our realm, is that not? Would they still not be targeting me as an opponent? I don't know. Questions again, is it? Well, I feel like I think the guys, well, maybe not thrive on answering the questions, but I think they get. I'm looking for good reasons to go and ask more questions. I don't know. I'm sure they get. I'm going to say enjoyment. Maybe that's the right word, but some satisfaction in helping out. I would hope. Yeah, I think they obviously love the game themselves and want more people to play the game. I'm sure. They've invested a lot in the game and whatever. Okay, I'm sure it could be a simple. Well, what if we went there diplomatically? It says any free space in target's areas, and if there wasn't, it would actually replace 2 of my influence with 2 of theirs. However, there is free space in there, so it would then add 2 influence into the area. So it might well be this is a valid target. I think what I want to establish is this a valid target for a diplomatic? Is this a valid diplomatic target for the ball? Basically, yeah. See, target as a vassal of another realm is an invalid military target. Well, it doesn't say that. Yeah, I'm going to go and ask. Hang on. Okay, I did ask and did get an answer from Mick saying yes, it can target. What he added to that was it could disrupt the other player. Myself, I didn't spell it out who was who and whatever. Because you've got the... Actually, let's look across here. No, cardinals are going to die. Well, actually, it's well worth looking at them. I was talking about looking at that card thinking getting a cardinal placed up there. Well, 2 of the event cards there are going to kill a cardinal. Where was the event? Can I maybe find one from this? I think we've seen it once. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, no, it's not that one. That one. Is it not that one? The vassal one. That messes about with some vassals, doesn't it? Anyway, so it is a valid target. So let's move on. Well, we've got our target now. I'm going to roll in the dice. Back to the diplomatic chart. So I'll just read this, or you can follow along with you. So we rolled. Is there an alliance on the target NPR? No. Any free space in the target's areas? Yes. There's only 2 cubes in there. See, and we were going to use the subjugate on that, to put towns on that, and then they wouldn't have been able to do this right now, would they? So there is free space in the area, so they're going to add 2 influence, although there's a wee note 3 there. Oh yeah, if it's a research diplomatic ideas, it places additional influence. It's not got that. So it's going to add 2 in target's areas, preferred target's capital. Yeah, no, that can't be Brandenburg. It's not Brandenburg because that must mean that these are only vassalized. They're not owned. This isn't Brandenburg, part of Brandenburg. So, is this Denmark? I can't remember who that is. I think it's Denmark. It is. Isn't it? Yeah, because their first target was Jutland and that didn't work. So they're going to place 2 cubes in here. Which, okay, is maybe not, but I think that can mess. What does that? Well, I'll look at it in a minute. Let's finish this. So add 2 in target's areas, preferred target's capital. Right, done that. Is an alliance possible now? Oh God. I don't think so. Because it's not an NPR, is it? There's got to be one there. Says alliance requires the bot is at peace and has less than 3 alliances in play. Well, that's true. The target is at peace, which is... See, who is the target? I mean, I think it is me still. I don't know. Because if he's allowed to target that, it's not really me, is it? And it's not bot's ally, and any ally of the target has fewer influence than bot in target's areas. Well, I think you're going to have to look up alliances regarding vassals, I think, Grant. Oh, this can't happen, can it? They can't have an alliance. They can't have an alliance with an NPR. But I think while we've got vassals there, that stops that from being an NPR. And I want to say that, like, even player-to-player diplomacy in the multiplayer game, enter an alliance around managing another player realm each costs. You know, this is doing it in our player realm. I don't think we can do that in the bot side of things. Well, you're saying that, Grant. Here we go. Page 4 of the solo rules. Bots and alliances. Just a wee short section here. Bots make alliances with NPRs, but will never enter an alliance with an opponent unless through an event, in which case alliance is terminated in phase 5. How bots are affected by alliances upon declaration of war is covered in the bot warfare section in the military action chart. Yeah, so they can't surely have an alliance here. If these vassals weren't there, then yes, but these are still... I mean, this is not Prussia anymore. Well, I don't think so. I think I've got to say the vassal tokens would have to be away or dealt with somehow. So I'm going to say no to that then. So alliance possible, that was. No. Can enter royal marriage. I'm going to say no as well. But then I don't know. What do you need to have a royal marriage? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, there's a bit in the main rules that says you may marry your own vassals, but not those of other realms. I'm glad I read that bit then. So that tells me no. So, I mean, bots don't have vassals anyway, so, but they cannot marry into that. They can't marry my vassals. Okay. So, there's a lot of things I just can't get my head around in this game. A lot of these things, they're not really, I don't know. Again, I think by playing the game multiplayer, you're going to understand a lot more of these things that way. Right. Okay, so no. Can enter royal marriage, that's a no. Right, add 2 influence in areas where no influence has been placed this turn. Prefer targets areas, then adjacent to bot. Add 2 influence in areas where no influence has been placed this turn. Right, so they can't place it in there. They want to prefer the targets areas. Well, then adjacent to bot. And yeah. You know what I mean? The targets areas, I don't think we're the targets. I don't think you can place it in here. I don't think you can place it in here. Because these could never be a diplomatic target. This, for whatever reasons, can be. So, and that goes for Jutland as well. So where can he place? It's got to be adjacent to his, then adjacent to bot. Oh, well, I don't know where that can be. I mean, if it can't be Pomerania, it can't be Prussia, it can't be Jutland. I mean, okay, I suppose it could be adjacent to Bergen here and come down to here or here, this area. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of guessing here, really. Add 2 in areas where no influence has been placed this turn. So it can't be there. I don't think it can be these, because it would have targeted Brandenburg, but it can't. Because that's an invalid target for a diplomatic action. Diplomatic target. Target is an opponent. So that's target. Well, this isn't adjacent anymore, but that's what Pomerania is. But that's an opponent. That's an opponent. That is not. They are adjacent to part of Denmark. So, we just go with one of them then. Yeah. Okay. So, I suppose the area with the most tax is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one with the claim is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like I said, 5's always going to be the most you're going to get, isn't it? So they're both 5. This starts with an N, this starts with an L. So Lower Saxony. I'm going to put 2 in there. Let's go for it. Because that port, well, both the ports from Bremen and Hamburg are adjacent to Bergen. That's the best I can come up with there. without going and asking more sort of complicated questions, I think. Prefer targets, areas, then adjacent to bought. I don't think he can prefer any, because the target was Prussia, really. It's not Brandenburg, is it? Unless that, no, because Brandenburg was an invalid target because it's an opponent. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. Right. So where does that take us then? Add 2 influence. Is it at peace and has 6 bought power left? No. It is at peace. It's only got 2 bought power left, so no, so it's going to end the turn. Right, okay. Right, that was... Things were going along quite quickly there, and then we just took a bit of a stall there. So 50 minutes. Do you know what you're going to do next? It's my turn next. What would I be wanting to subjugate now? Can I do that? Or do I need to? Yeah, I probably do. I thought I was going to have to spend the turn adding influence, but because of the because of the mission, I think I can. Can't I just subjugate now? Let's see then if I can do that. What does it say again? Now remember, I do have a royal marriage in there this time. So, I mean, the other thing might be, do I want to do that? Having an alliance is pretty good, because this is then going to... Well, hang on. Does the alliance not going to stay there this time? Because you are going to have... You're not going to own all the provinces in the... And remember, you're not going to own these as well. These are going to be vassals as well, aren't they? Right. Discard influence from target NPR/vassal equal to target base tax realm. Base tax plus any opponent in target's realm. Well, right, we can see along to there. It's Saxony here. Nah. We do still have that claim there. So, so the base tax is 1, 2, and there's another one hiding. No, it's not there. Oh, it is there. It's that one, yeah. That's 3. What is that? Leipzig. So 1, 2, 3 is a base tax. So I need to discard 3. However, I need to discard 4 because there's an opponent's influence here as well. However, we do have a royal marriage, and that reduces it by 1. So we can discard all 3. Let me just check. Requires both realms are at peace. Yeah, check. And with a royal marriage, which is what we have there, your base tax needs to be greater than the target's. Well, it would have been either or with a royal marriage. So we remove these 3 influence. Hang on, I need to pay 1 diplomatic power for the subjugate as well. Then we remove 3 influence. And we vassalize these 3, yeah. Let's claim, right, that's one of our claims, that doesn't matter, that can just sit in the area. So, right, so I take 3 vassals, 1, and then 2 more. That's going to open up another slot as well. That's pretty good, actually. Getting 3 was what we wanted there. 1, 2, 3. Right, so what happens to these now? What happens to the marriage and the alliance? I don't know. Well, it did say we could be married to our own vassals. So, it kind of makes me think that that might stay there. I don't know about the alliance, though, because we're not going to be able to benefit. Yeah, I'm just... Vassals, I tell you what, that's another area that I just can't get my head around too much. I think that was all done right there. I'm not sure about the marriage and the... Well, I feel more confident that the marriage might stay there, but as for the... Well, let's see vassalize and... I'll tell you there, surely, Grant. Well, the thing is, we don't own anyway, because that's... We've only got 3. Oh well, we've only got vassals there, but there is one province still there. Nuremberg's still there. So vassalization is 31 to 33. Let me see. Right, so page 33, yeah. Subjugate, vassalize, and annex. You may use the subjugate action card to diplomatically vassalize an NPR. This NPR must first be your ally, right? When you vassalize this NPR, remove your ally from the realm. Okay. And place vassals on each of the provinces, right? So we don't have an alliance. I mean, maybe I think the royal marriage might stay though. Well, read on. Place vassals on each of the provinces. You would place 2 on the large provinces. Well, it was 3 small provinces. All other royal realms must remove any royal marriages they had on this realm. All other player realms must remove any royal marriages they had on this realm. Well, I don't think I'm removing mine then. A vassal may be annexed and fully integrated into its overlord's realm by using another subjugate card. Replace all your vassals on the vassal's provinces with your towns and remove any royal marriages they are. Right, okay, so that does stay there then. Okay, good. So, yeah, well, you need to get another subjugate card back. That's the problem then, isn't it? So that's going to have to wait. I mean, unless I choose to discard both of these. Yeah, because the thing is to do this, I mean, I need to get Nuremberg as well, but I also need to, they all need to be towns. I need to own them. Vassalizing is not the same, is it? But I do kind of want that exceptional year. Yeah, you just can't do everything, can you? Okay, I think that's my turn. I did pay for that. So I've got 1 diplomatic power left now. And I want to do a bit of trading. Right, hang on. Right, that's me back. I was on pause there for quite some time. And I wasn't sure where I was at. So I watched back at the video footage. I've got 57 minutes or something in there. And yeah, I had to have a little laugh at this, just watching it back there just now, saying that I had to own, it says own or vassalise, and then I say, right, so what I need to do is own these provinces, vassalising them's not any good. Grant, it says it on the card, own or vassalise. So I'm sure some of you has had a laugh or a scratching of the head at that one. It's funny how these things can sometimes happen, to me anyway. Yeah, so, however, we've only got 3 there, so, yeah, if I'd been able to pick one that I'd vassalise in 4, well, there was nothing really roundabout, was there? I mean, obviously, this would have been the target, Bohemia, but Austria kind of have that tied up with all the influence, so I think we had to do what we've done, and it's alright, the marriages, they are still, I don't know how that benefits us. Remember, we don't have the alliance there anymore. Because I suppose because of the vassals, aren't it? So we do have Nuremberg. Now, we could just, if we can just vassalise Nuremberg, but I still think you need a... Well, in actual fact, if I use the subjugate card on that, because it's a lone province, I think it just annexes it completely, doesn't it? Because it's a 1 tax... Yeah, it says there, you can directly annex a 1 tax ally, base tax of 1, without vassalising it first. But that needs a subjugate card in itself. So, I think what we need to try and possibly do here is take Nuremberg. Yeah, go to war with Nuremberg. And take it out and then... come the next, well, actually, yeah, because if we get ownership in Nuremberg, and then have vassalising on the other 3, that will complete this mission. Yeah, because like I've just said, it just says own or vassalise 4 provinces, and then you have no core provinces, which is adjacent by land to another of your areas. Yes. So that works. Okay, so, well, that's our turn finished, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I'd played the royal, no, I played the subjugate, that was it. So we are going to have to find another subjugate card. Well, no, not necessarily, like I said. Like I said, if we just go to war with that, we can leave these sitting as vassals. Obviously, there's risks. I think this is what's maybe happening up here. It's allowed them to do this, whereas they would not have been able to do this if this had been our towns. And not, you know, it had been, if we owned the provinces rather than just vassaled them. So, yeah. Okay, well, I think that's probably 60 minutes, so I'll cut this, but I think I'm probably just going to come straight back, because I have just come back from being on pause there, but, yeah, so, but then this'll, yeah, it's better just stopping here as a part, and then we'll come back to Austria's turn in the next part. Okay, cheers.